Feliz Dia de los Muertos! Happy Day of the Dead! That is what today is, November 2nd. So, Dios de los Muertos is basically the holiday that celebrates the Day of the Dead. The day that we remember the people that have passed before us, and that we never forget them from our memory, and the stories that they have left and impacted on us. So, Dia de los Muertos is a 3-day holiday, and it's a big fiesta. The first day correlates with Halloween. The second and third day, which are the more official days, correlate with the holy days of obligation within the Catholic calendar. The first day correlates with All Saints' Day, and the second day correlates with All Souls' Day, which of course is today. It is nice to see that more people have embraced Dios de los Muertos into pop culture by making more movies that are extravagant and actually show the culture for what it is. Especially the most recent one, Coco, did the best job with it. We also had movies like The Book of Life, and movies like The Crow, the second Crow movie, City of Angels, that also had Dia de los Muertos as a backdrop for the story. And we did have that El Muerto comic book movie that did its best to try to capture Dia de los Muertos and did a decent job, but it's a little rough. Fez from that 70s show was in this movie. Let's just say he wasn't much of an actor at this point, but he was trying, he was doing his best. Prince Dustpan actually introduced me to this series of comics called La Muerta, and he backed this comic and was very interested in the way that it was stylized and the subject matter and just everything about it intrigued him. And as soon as he showed it to me, I was like, I need to read this! This was amazing! Something that finally embraced everything that I liked. One, it represented my culture as a Chicano and as a Latina. Not to mention, death. I love death. It features a kick-ass Latina hero who actually is able to stick up for herself and is an independent woman. How many times can you say that you've seen that in a comic book, especially within our culture? I mean, sure, we have Jessica Cruz and we have Miles Morales, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. Here we have one that represents Dia de los Muertos. How exciting is that? The best way I can describe La Muerta is that she is basically like a female Batman, out to avenge the death of her family. So La Muerta was created by Brian Pulido, and he is the writer and creator of Lady Death, another comic series that I absolutely adore. It is beautifully illustrated by Joel Gomez. I mean, just look at this beautiful artwork on the front and on the back. That is freaking cool, man. Brian Pulido has stated that he came up with the inspiration for La Muerte after a trip to Tucson, Arizona for an All Souls Day procession. And my does it show, he got the aesthetic down pat. Pulido has a history of creating strong female characters, especially examples like Lady Death and Hell Witch. And La Muerte fits right in. I'll be talking about and reviewing Book 1, entitled Descent. This is an unrelenting story from the very beginning. A gang murders a man in a church who is accused of stealing money from Mama Z.
Please, Lord, bring her home safe. Who's there? Hola, Mr. Mafioso. Got a present for you. It's a lot fluffier than what I gave your boy here. Katie's doll. Oh, God, no. No one steals from Mama Z, not even you. I didn't take a dime, you fucking animal. Tell it to the devil. You bastard!
Now those are bad hombres. We are then introduced to the crime boss herself, Mama Z, who is collecting hearts and adding more to her collection. I don't know if Mama Z is supposed to be a bruja or a priestess, but damn, that is a collection of hearts that I would really love to have. Soon after, we are introduced to our main character, Maria Diaz, who we find out is a U.S. soldier returning from a tour of duty in Afghanistan. They gave her the name Maria? That is the most typical name you could name a Latino character. Maybe Pulido had a thing for West Side Story. On her way home, she sees a poor, lonely homeless man who trips and falls at the shrine of Santa Muerte. She runs out of the car to help him up. The homeless man forebodingly tells her that for her good deed, Santa Muerte may smile down upon her. Later that night, she comes home to her family. They are holding a surprise welcome home party for her. And wouldn't you know it, it's on the day of Dia de los Muertos. Perfect day to celebrate those who have passed. And believe me, from here it seems happy, but this story escalates quickly. It appears that her brother Javier has turned over a new leaf, and she is surprised to see him at home celebrating with everyone else. Very shortly after that, we see that there has been dark shadows and figures following them. Shadows that look like that of the gang from the opening panels. And just like that, everyone is dead. Maria does her best to try to fight off the gang members, but to no avail. Apparently it was her brother Javier who had stolen the money, and not the man from the very beginning. I come back to the world smelling ceramic paint and cheap mezcal.
Chica, you alive?
It's a rude awakening.
Híjole, easy now.
Where am I?
A safe place, no worries, eh? I've been watching over you.
How long was I out?
Not sure. The booze, it fucks with my clock. 8 months, maybe.
8 months?
See? Sounds about right.
What? She was in a coma for 8 months? Without any type of medical attention? How's she not dead?
I was an army medic a million years ago.
Never mind.
Good thing, too. You were dead to the world. Swear to God, no pulse. Then somehow you came back. Es loco.
This girl straight up died. And she came right on back. That is a badass. I couldn't sleep without Faustino's Rotgut Mezcal. Maybe it's the booze bleeding into my dreams. Or maybe it's Faustino's stories of Santa Muerte, patron saint of the lost and the broken and the outcasts. Justice Dia. So the spirit of La Muerte, or Santa Muerte, comes to her in her sleep, and this motivates her to take on the disguise of La Muerta. Maria Diaz is gone. Viva La Muerta! As La Muerta, she seeks justice to find the people who killed her family. Her first victim, Chavo.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're the asshole who ran out of bullets.
Loco bitch trying to look like a ghost. Want to be a ghost so bad? I'll make you a ghost. Wait. No, I can't be. We killed you.
Should have tried harder. Later, Detective Keene and Detective Capote investigate the death of Chavo, and they immediately suspect a revenge kill. And Detective Keene thinks he knows exactly who it is. How'd they figure out it was her so quickly? I mean, hell, Lois and Clark got married before she realized who Superman was, and all he had was glasses. As Maria walks past Chi-Chi's at night, silently investigating the area, she is spotted by Detective King, who stops her immediately. So this is the part of the comic where we have the typical getting revenge won't bring your family back exchange, and possible meet cute.
Holy shit, it's her. Maria. Maria Diaz? Miss Diaz, wait. I just want to talk. Where the hell did she go?
Are you one of them?
Ah! Whoa there, I'm a cop. Detective King, I just want to help.
The strip club across the street. You know it's a cartel front.
We have no proof, but yeah, we know.
Yet, you don't do anything about it. They keep pushing their poison and misery. And you just let them?
If you're thinking of payback, don't. Dying won't bring your family back, Maria.
Just stay out of my way, detective. Maria wastes no time donning the guise of La Muerta and runs out into the night towards Chi-Chi's strip club. They named it Chi-Chi's for a strip club. That is perfect and cheeky and so aptly named. Good on you, writers. Alright, who's next? Oh, mommy likes. I feel their eyes on me, like hyenas watching wounded prey. But they're watching my body, not my hands. Dios mío. It's the last mistake of their lives. I'm lucky she has stupid taste in jewelry. One flick of the razor, and all the life bleeds out of her. Ruka. Didn't they ever teach you in self-defense classes that you don't wear your weapon as jewelry? It's just gonna hurt you in the end. Baby, you had it coming. News of these high-profile killings comes back to the Zavala cartel, where Mama Z vows to take the heart of La Muerta. However, Mama Z has a time limit. Dia de los Muertos is vastly approaching, and there's one thing she needs: a human sacrifice. So there's a lot of good things about this comic. However, there's a lot of things that you could definitely see coming. It's a pretty much run-of-the-mill revenge story, and you could almost beat for beat know exactly what happens next. But the way it's depicted, it's completely fine, and it's a fun ride all the way through. However, I have read almost all of them, except for the latest one, the fourth one, and they do get better. They become a lot more fleshed out, as well as the characters, albeit it does rush into things a little bit, but they do get better. So with all that said, I'd like to wish you all again, Feliz Dia de los Muertos, Happy Day of the Dead.